Now he's in the truck. Anytime we're in the truck, we must control. We have a lockdown here with the legs, and we must control his free leg and his free arm at all times. If we lose control of the free leg or the free arm, he spins out to freedom, and now he's on top in top half. All right, so as we make that transition to the truck, and there's going to be many transitions into the truck, we must control the free leg or the free arm, or he will spin to freedom. Over under, remove the right hook, sink the left hook nice and deep, both hands controlling the ankle, pull him on top of us. Lock the legs down, control them. We could also figure four the legs and squeeze the knees together here. This is good control here as well. Controlling this foot at the toes is the best. Always controlling the toes. If you control the ankle, he can put a boot on and kick free. And then we're wrestling with this foot here. All right, so we're controlling the toes, controlling the ankle here. We're in the truck thinking about what submission we're gonna go for first. One more time. I'm on his back. We got the over-under. Keep my weight on his body. I'm not slipping off. I'm not doing this and then sitting up and grabbing the ankle. He'll be gone. You have to shift your body weight on the small of his back. So we're here. Pull him back into the truck. Control the toes. Now we're ready to attack. Or transition to the back. And then from there, maybe to spiderweb. But the goal is to get to the truck here. The next transition to the truck that we'll be going over is called the Chevy. Now in this transition, you're on your opponent's back, but he's on top of you. Very common position here. Again, when you're on your opponent's back, you want to try to get that rear naked choke, but some people have really good rear naked choke defense. You might have a minute to go. It's very important to transition to either spiderweb or the truck in this position once you decided to abort the rear naked choke. So the first thing I do when he's leg pressing right now, this is very good defense. He's pushing back, his quads are strong. I'm fighting for the rear naked choke, he's controlling my wrist. Once I decide to abort the rear naked choke and transition to the truck, it's very important that you reestablish the over-under control. Left over, right under. If I decided to transition to the truck going this way, I would have to go right over, left under, just to control his upper body here. I like to go this way. I like to choke my opponent with my left arm. Marcelo Garcia likes to choke everybody with his right arm. You could do both, you could do one, it really doesn't matter. Once I decide to abort the rear naked choke, getting to the truck is all about getting my left hook as deep as possible on his left leg. That's the transition. So, like when I was on his back, on all fours, I removed my right leg hook and spun on the small of his back. In this position, it's the same thing, but now I'm on my back and he's got his weight on me. I still remove the right hook, but now I need to insert my butterfly in the back of his knee here. Keep your leg up. Here. This is going to elevate him. I'm going to sweep him to my left and at the same time squeeze his upper body control and pull him on top of me so that I can get this left hook as deep as possible. So I remove the right hook, butterfly sweep him to my left, and at the same time lift him on top of me and sink my left hook deep. From here, I lock the legs down. I could also keep them in a tight figure four, squeezing the knees together. Lockdown's a little better. From here, now I need to slowly make my way to the truck. And again, rule number 1 in the truck, never lose control of his free arm or free leg, or he simply spins to safety and he's on top. And then from here, the under turns into an underhook here. He might be holding onto your wrist, and it could take you a while to pull your wrist free. He thinks he's defending the rear naked choke, but really, he doesn't really know you gave up the rear naked choke, so it could take a while to pull that arm out. Once we're here, the transition is simple. As long as we hold on to keep hooking his free arm or free leg, keeps him from spinning away to freedom, and now we're here at the truck. Again, lock of the leg down here, or figure 4, squeezing the knees together. And then from here, we attack. We're in this position, very common position. If I can't shuck this arm off my leg, it's not gonna work. I have to hold on and sprawl and force him to one leg. And his head needs to be on the outside. If he can get his head on the inside, he can take me down. He could posture up and cause a lot of problems. So I need to stay tight with my left thigh into his left shoulder, making it hard for him to get his head on the inside. As soon as I split his legs here, he's done. Pull him on top. We're in the truck. And again, his left arm is useless. This transition to the truck is probably the most complex transition to the truck in the system. It comes from passing the guard. And if you're passing underneath, you manage to get lower than him and you got his hips up and you're taking him over, and there's a very high percentage pass where usually you push through and you go to side control. A lot of traditional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu players, as soon as they realize that they can't get their hips back on the mat, they'll roll as quickly as they can over the shoulder and reclaim guard. Very common transition. It's a great pass, but has a great counter as well. The key to getting to the truck in this position is anticipating his escape, anticipating his transition back, doing a back roll over his left shoulder into guard. So as soon as we recognize that, we lift his hips. As soon as we recognize he's bailing and trying to put us back in the guard, we put all our weight and we stuff him here. And this is basically, it looks like the beginning of the muffle or the wrestler. Then 2 transitions from here. Either, again, once we're in this transition, we're sticking our left knee in, just like the muffle, just like the wrestler, and we could grab his left foot or his right foot with my left hand, my right hand on the mat, and roll into the truck. Or we get under his hips, lift him up, elevate him, control here, drive my left knee in, or pull him back into the truck. This transition to the twister requires some flexibility and works very well against jiu-jitsu players or judo players that like to play judo side control. And judo side control is when your opponent on top is facing you here. And what's this called in Japanese?
Keisagatame.
Keisagatame. I always get those Japanese names all mixed up. All right, so again, this very dominating position here, very good control. My goal here remember, in transitioning to the truck or to the twister, my left leg needs to hook his left leg. So in this position, my left leg is here, but it's not close enough. I need to get my right elbow on the mat here. Once I get it on the mat and I can turn my body and I'm on my side, I'll get the angle to hook. And again, flexibility is necessary to get that foot in. Once I get that hook in, if I just leave it there, he could easily unhook it. So once I hook this here, I need to cross my feet and lock it down. Even if you can't get the lockdown, as long as you can cross your feet, he's done here. He's already in a twister. I could finish him here in the twister, or I could just tilt him back and finish the twister off here. Again, the longer your legs and the more flexible they are, the easier this transition is. It's a dominating position against people that aren't flexible and don't know this transition. A lot of people go to it. You can get caught in headlocks here as well. You can do a headlock here, or if he has the underhook, there's arm bars here you can get caught with here. A lot of different things here. The most important thing is freeing your elbow, bringing your elbow to the mat, being able to hook this leg and cross your feet. Once the feet are crossed, it's over. At this point, again, you can finish the twister from this position here, or you can rock them back and finish it here. It's over. One more time. Either way, if he has the underhook or if he just has the head control here. If he has just the head and he's working for the side headlock, you can still hook this up, but when you get down to here, you're not really in the twister. You might lose the arm. Then he's gonna put a grip together, and then we back here at the truck. Again, if he just has your head, which is a popular wrestling control position, if I'm able to hook that far leg and lock it down, once I bring him back down here, he's probably gonna make it difficult to transition to the twister. He's gonna T-Rex and get his grip together. Then we just do the normal transition to the truck. Or, if he just has the head, you can just transition. As soon as we lose this arm, transition to the back. If he has the underhook, it's an automatic twister. Your elbow to the ground, you hook that leg, it's over. We're in the twister. No underhook, just the head. Either the back or we're at the truck.